Welcome, everyone. Mother Main Homesteader here. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in northern Maine. It's about 50 degrees right now. The sun is shining bright. It's really warm, no breeze really. And it's supposed to be around 60 degrees. And that's good because that means all the snow that was dumped on us over the weekend will melt. Just wanted to do a quick video. I said that I was going to give you a tour of inside the chicken coop and show you our compost bin of what compost looks like when it's ready to be used. So that's what I plan on doing now. Just checking out that bird right there eating, I don't even know what it's hanging on to. Oh, it's sitting on the little post. It's eating the suet box that's over there. Anyways, let's head over to the greenhouse. The chicken coop. I'm going to come after you, hen. Anyways, we'll take a tour of the chicken coop first, and then we'll go over to the compost bin and check that out and show you what compost looks like when it's ready to be used. That's been sitting there for about, about 9-10 months, so it's ready to be used. Every season we start a new compost bin, so it's ready to be used for the following season. So the chicken coop has been cleaned out. Like I said, it's been cleaned out, and I'll show you that I really do use the little red wagon. It's right there. And what I do is take more than half of the hay that comes out of the coop, the hay manure, and I put it in this red wagon. It will decompose in the wagon. And whenever I need to add to my compost bins, I'll come over here, take whatever I need, and I'll, just leave the rest to disintegrate on its own and turn into a nice compost. Okay, so the cord is still in the coop, so let's go check things out in here. I heard a hen going off a little while ago. She probably has some eggs for me to pick up as well. So here's the coop, folks. Oh, look at that. One of the chicks got out. Great. So we got to go over here and close this up because we don't want them escaping. Okay. So it looks like the chicken got out, and it looks like it was Barred Rock. Escaped. There it is. What are you doing? Are you supposed to be out? Come here, Chicky. Come on. I'll bring you back. The chicks are doing excellent, as you can see. They absolutely love their new bedding. They love the hay bedding. They can feed better. Their water stays clean. The food is free of wood chip debris and everything. And they're getting so big. I usually stick to the rule of thumb that when the chick feed is all gone, that's when they can come out of their brooder and just roam around inside the coop. I don't think the Rhode Island red hens are going to do anything to these new chickens, only because whenever they roost right over where the brooder is, and they haven't been inside trying to attack them or anything. But and like you just saw, I don't know how long that guy was out here for, well, that girl. All the black ones are Barred Rocks, and they're all female. They're pullets, 5 of them, and I only lost one of the straight run of the Orpingtons. So I'm pretty excited that we're going to have some new chickens on the homestead. We always go with Rhode Island Reds, but this is the first time that we'll be going with 2 other breeds. And looks like that guy right there, that one right there, might be a rooster. I'm only judging it by the comb. As you know, hens don't have too defined of a comb. They do have combs, but you see this one right there? I don't know if you can see it, but some of them don't have, combs already, and some of them do. And I'm thinking that I got more than one rooster in there. We'll see. Either way, it's cool. They're beautiful birds, and I'm excited either way. So this is the 8x8 chicken coop that we built with our bare hands, okay? I did my best to remove the dust and cobwebs when I came in here to clean up the coop. It was so full of dust and everything, and chicken splatter poo like along that wall. That's all scraped off. That's just stained. I don't want to come in here with pressure washer. I wanted to, but my husband said that the wood is so porous that it would seep right into the wood and rot real quick. So that's why I didn't. So I just stuck with my scraper and scraped the walls. I scraped the roost and bars. I did my best to clean up all the dust and everything, and without using a pressure washer. And I think it came out pretty good. It smells good in here. I'm able to sit in here and not choke, right? So we have 2 windows, one on each side, and this is to allow airflow in the summertime. Aside from having regular screens on the window, there's also chicken wire that's on the outside of each window. We had a raccoon problem a couple years ago, and they were sniffing around the coop, you know what I mean? And we didn't want anything to happen to our chickens, so we tried and safeguarded it as best we could, and nothing ever got inside, but a couple of times I think they got some chickens, but that's okay. Life happens. That's what happens when you live on a homestead in the country. There's the entry and exit door for the hens. Whenever it snows, we always bring their feeder bowls inside, water and food. They much rather go scratch outside. And look at this, I have eggs to collect. 3 of these most certainly are from yesterday. I came in here and collected yesterday's eggs, but they laid new eggs when I came in for the eggs. So 3 of these are from today. So that means the 3 hens will be back inside to lay more eggs. My hens usually lay their eggs late morning, mid-afternoon. That's just their clock. That's the way it works for them. I'm going to be starting them on a different type of feed. See how that works out for them. I'm not going to be buying the regular pellets anymore. See how this new mixture works. I want my chickens to be as healthy as possible to get a nice organic egg. So that is the chicken coop. Those little chicks are going crazy out there. That's the chicken coop. It's all situated, like I said, it's an 8x8 coop. We have a little solar light right there, so if any action happens, when anything, it's motion detection. So if anything would crawl in front of the chicken coop, the light will come on, our cameras will pick it up, and we'll see what's good out here. It's got the eaves and everything, and the metal roof on top. And like I said, the chicken wire on each window. Okay, that's going to have to get restapled over there where the cord came in. That was just for the chicks. Chicken wire in each of the windows, and there's 2 windows for the airflow. So, as you can see in my outside garden over there, I'm pretty bummed out that I couldn't get in there and start everything up. You can see my 2 Pro Mix bags ready to go for each bed. Once those soils go into each bed, then that's when I'll add the compost on top. I tried to do a makeshift outside little chick area so they can start pecking on the ground, but that didn't work out. And it wasn't big enough, and I didn't have enough wire, so I X'd that out and said adios to that. So here's the compost bin that is ready to go. I already mixed it up yesterday, so I don't have to do that today. I just want to show you what compost looks like when it's ready to be used. So there's 2 latches right over here. We've had these compost bins, as you can see it says lifetime. We've had these compost bins since we moved to the homestead. So what, 10 years old already? And they still look brand new. They're still I would recommend these compost bins. I'll find out where I got them and include the link down below in the description so you can, if you're looking into getting a compost bin, I mean, these are great. These are fantastic. These little things right here, these pins pull out so you can lock them in place right here, the little notch, and that allows you to mix everything up. They got the airflow right on the sides, the vents right there, and then they're black because, as you know, heat breaks down matter better, so that's why they're black. All right, so what compost looks like when it's ready? Right there, that's what it looks like. Now you can see some little bit of hay and some eggs in there, eggshells. That's because we added some of that stuff late last autumn, but that's okay, that's cool. I'm okay with it. I actually like having a little bit of hay left over in there because some of the weight will keep the weeds at bay. I mean, that's my experience with it. I mean, I'm not no expert or anything like that with gardening or with anything on a homestead yet. I mean, this is all fairly new to me. Even though we've been here for 10 years, we've only been really just, stockpiling foods and stuff like that, but really getting into, living on a homestead, like, really getting into, gardening and raising livestock and stuff like that for, I don't know, maybe like 4 years. So we've got a little bit of experience, but not nowhere near professional experience. But that's what the compost looks like when it's ready to be used. What I'll do, because I'm the one, like I said in my other video, I'm the one that takes care of all the gardening and everything. So what I'll do is put those Pro Mix bags, one in each bed, and once it's all mixed in with the old soil, I'll go in there, I'll take my wheelbarrow, I'll come and shovel out all this, and what's great about these compost bins, is that not only do they open, but you can lock them in place. So this door right here, so like, let me show you. So you open up this door, right, and so this, you can either take the latch off, okay, or you can turn this in the direction where this door would act as a guide for your wheelbarrow, and you can just shovel everything out so easily. And it's really easy to use and get your compost out when you need to use it. So what I'll do is just shovel all the compost out, and then evenly disperse it through the soil, rake it through, and mix it real good. And then I'll come in here and plant my kale in one of the beds, and when my cabbage is ready, it's going to go into the other bed. So that is the compost bins. That's how you know compost is ready to use, when it's nice, dark, rich black, matter, and with everything is all broken down and it actually looks like dirt. We brought like I said before, my other video, we brought the other compost bin up there on the side of the greenhouse. That one is not full yet. We always have one compost bin that's ready to be used for the new season. So what I did was I took some of the hay and manure from the chicken coop when I cleaned it out, and I put it inside that composter, along with, there's coffee grinds in there, and there's, vegetable ends and eggshells as well. And I got some more compost to dump in there. We'll do that now. Show you what I do. Might as well, right? So everything that was on the porch got shoveled off yesterday when it snowed. So my yard is a bit of a mess, and I'm not too happy about that. But let me grab my container, if I can even find it, and it's probably under the snow. Yep, guys, it's under the snow. It's under the pile of snow. That's a bummer. Anyways, I was going to show you, the types of things that are in the composting jar that I have, that I bring out from the house. That's the cleaner for the porch that I use. As you can see, the porch is pretty much stripped off. It's ready for the paint. I just got one section in the front over there to do, and then that's it. It's ready to go. We're ready to stain. And once that's done, we'll tackle the chicken coop and the storage shed. But before I end this video, I just wanted to show you inside the greenhouse again. Show you how the new plants are doing. Okay, here we are. We're inside the greenhouse once again. And look at that, folks. It's finally filled. Yep. Not only did I get the Pro Mix at Lowe's curbside a few days ago, I also picked up, like I said, the kale plants, purple kale, ready to go into the garden beds. As soon as they're all situated, they'll be planted. I also brought some house plants in here. This is my son's bonsai plant that he entrusted me with when he left to go, back to, because he had came home for Christmas. He's in the Marines. He's a Marine. And he had come home for Christmas, and when he was here, he wanted to get himself a bonsai plant, so that's what he did. He got a bonsai out of Lowe's and bought this nice, beautiful saucer-type terracotta pot and all the little rocks and stones. It's a beautiful setup. He spent a lot of money on it. And he also got the wire for, to replant the bonsai tree. And he entrusted me with it. He said, "Mom, take care of Henry. I'll be back for him." And needless to say, Henry's not looking too good. He's all paled out. Come to find out that bonsai plants need a humid environment. Their roots need to be warm. And that was not the case inside the house. This pot inside the house was so cold. And no doubt that's probably what led Henry to become pale and ill looking. But now the pot is nice and warm. It's really warm here in the greenhouse because the sun beats on it all day. So Henry's going to be okay, Jeremy, I promise. Right now he's at 29 Palms in California, and that's where he has his permanent duty station is located. And I'm sure he'll be going to Australia, I guess. And here's my house plant that I brought in. I like to bring my house plants into the greenhouse if I can. Last year I didn't. I kept them on the porch inside of the gazebo. But now that the greenhouse is here in front of the house, I can bring the house plants in here and just let them hang out. You know, they'll get nice and green and strong and healthy and get ready for the winter season inside the house. We like to keep our heat on in the house at like, I don't know, 65 to 67 max in the wintertime. So, you know, it doesn't get really warm inside the house. Anyways, here is the first bottom growing rack. And the broccoli are doing really sweet, but those seeds that I planted where I found the packets of seeds in the house from last year, nothing has sprouted. So it's a good indication that those are not viable seeds anymore, and I will have to start a new row of, that's okay because I'm getting seeds anyway through their mail, and I'll have to start a new row of parsley, what is that, cherry tomatoes, and beefsteak. And up here you can see they are doing excellent. They got the lettuce over here in the front, and the back the California peppers did not come up yet, but that's because they take longer to germinate. The beets are doing well, and in the back over there is the cabbage is all peeking out. We got the radishes and also the Brussels sprouts and that spider. That spider's been there for a couple days. I'll have to catch it and throw it outside or just swat it or something. But that's it. Yep, everything is coming up. Everything is sweet, going good. We got leftover hay, and I got my hoses. Everything is ready to go. I'm just waiting for the snow to get the hell out of here so I can start gardening. And that's pretty much it, folks. That's the video for today. I just wanted to give you a quick 411 on everything. We took a tour inside my chicken coop. The chicks are doing well. They're getting big and strong. They'll be out roaming around eventually, pretty soon. We had a brown rabbit hop around in the back a little while ago. I got my brew waiting for me in the house. I'm going to sit on the porch and chillax for a while before I start my day. And because not much I can do right now with all this frickin' snow. I mean, it's really depressing. I'll just sit on the porch and watch birds for a little while, and that's probably what I'll do. I'm still waiting to get my gazebo up there. I had to repair that little chime I got up there. Yeah, so just doing little things, little odds and ends around. I'll show you inside of this composter. Like I said, it does have some of the hay from the chicken coop. I put the best. I don't put too much hay. I like to put manure in there with it. Underneath that manure is all the coffee grinds and vegetables and stuff like that. I left it open so the snow would, I knew it was going to snow. I wanted to get some moisture in there, and because my hoses weren't, one of my hoses was in use when I had this out here and didn't have time to you know, water it down and shake it all up, but I will do that today probably. As you can see, my patio furniture is all getting destroyed out in the weather. Still waiting to get everything done. This weather is prohibiting us from doing anything. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click that little notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload something new, because like you know, I am so interesting and full of information. And I do, not really, but I do want to remind you folks, I am not a professional any kind of way. I'm just sharing with you what I do on my homestead. Maybe I do something that you say, oh, that's pretty neat, and do it yourself, or whatever. You want to get an idea. You're brand new to homesteading and you want to get an idea of what to do. You know, anything. Or I just basically make these videos to help others, or just to, you know, voice my opinion and my thoughts and whatever. That's what the internet's for, right? That's what the internet is for. Anyways, stay safe, folks. Love one another. Protect your family. And if you have to go out, don't go out. But if you absolutely have to go out, make sure you always stay protected. Goggles, mask, and gloves. And luckily, the stores are not letting people in there unless they're wearing masks themselves. And all the employees are wearing masks and gloves as well. So, that's a good thing. Take care. God bless. Make sure you have a glorious, glorious, beautiful day. And like I said, this blue skies, bright sun, no clouds, and everything is beautiful today. God bless.